I'm absolutely shocked at how every single evening so far, it's in the month of July, I have a sweatshirt on. I'm very comfortable. Every day the highs have been in the mid to low 80s. I was worried because I seeded this, and starting Thursday the highs are supposed to be in the 90s. And just like every single day I keep forgetting is that the lows are in the high 50s to low 60s. And so what I need to go back and do is review what the soil temps are, but what we have had so far is maybe a day or two where we've had a lot of heat. Last week when I checked, soil temps were at 69 degrees. I like to seed 75 degrees and below. That's when things can survive, and I don't foresee, what I need to do is look at the historical data of when soil temps exceed 75 degrees. And that would be the question. Where you live, okay, determines what you can do from a seeding standpoint. This is all a mixture of Kentucky bluegrass and rye, okay? And for example, my neighbors over here, theirs is cut at 3 inches. They've got drought stress. I am pumping the water on this. Just pumping the water right now. And that is partially because we're trying to germinate a lot of seed. I'm trying to knit things together. You can see a bunch of holes in the background here. I'm trying to fill all of that stuff in. Even these guys here, so this is like a new house next door. If you look over there behind me, they just put down seed. Now some of that seed will just lay dormant, okay? We have had a ½ inch of rain in the last 3 weeks. A ½ inch of rain is not going to push germination of your seeds. So that seed will lay dormant until situations, meaning moisture and soil temperatures, are optimal for germination. I mean, it's just the way anything happens in the spring. The thing that's different here is that I am creating, okay, I'm pumping the moisture out here to get the seed to germinate. Without that moisture, there would be no germination. And that's what I did in the spring. I really thought that this spring there was gonna be more moisture than there was. And so I got very sparse, sporadic germination, and I'm curious if now we are not still getting some germination from the first 25 pounds of rye that I overseeded this spring. Because I continue to see the dark leaves of the rye spread in the backyard. So my guess is that some of that seed was just kind of laying inert, hanging out, waiting for optimal conditions. And now we're getting an incredible amount of water. And boy, I am kicking myself because I did go get 3 bales of peat moss. And as many times as I've done this, I thought, man, that maybe that's overkill. But I will say, every area where I put down peat moss, spectacular germination. So I think what you're gonna see is this center area just covered that with peat moss. If I had like something where I could broadcast it, that would be killer. That thing that Ryan Knorr uses, it's basically a cage. You throw in a chunk of peat moss and roll it around. That would be killer. But again, those are like one-time use applications where I don't have, or I don't really currently want to store something like that. Maybe I get this deck done and I have that space underneath, and I can expand that, and then maybe then I'll have enough space for all of those different pieces. But right now I've got 2 snow blowers, I've got 2 lawnmowers, I've got a scooter. I mean, just more more toys than I know what to do with. I need to get rid of all that stuff. Put it underneath. Oh, the chairs, I even forget about that. Those can go on the deck. Like, all of that stuff needs a spot to go. It needs a home. But anyway, so just a little update on what we're doing on the lawn here. I'm super excited about it. I want to get out there. I want to stripe it. I want to mow it. But we're just letting things germinate right now, letting things go, and trying to keep up with the irrigation as much as possible. But hope you guys are having a great day and enjoying things. And Here you go. You can enjoy a North Dakota sunset at 10 o'clock at night.